initiative by News 9.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9. English news as it should be.
Welcome to News 9, and you are watching On Point. And let's take a quick look at what are the three stories we are going to discuss today. In On Point 1, Congress BJP trade barbs over Youth India Congress chief Uday Bhanu's arrest. Is he the Babbar Sher or a national shame? As Tamil Nadu gears up for the assembly polls, the alliance talk between DMK and Congress become bitter. India one step closer to Maoist-Free country dream. Telangana soon to be a Maoist-Free state. And now let's take a quick look at the headlines. Union Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu's first reaction after Jharkhand Air ambulance crash expresses grief over loss of lives. Union Cabinet takes big decision. Cabinet approves alteration of the name of the state of Kerala to Keralam. Demonstrating India's strength in the desert, Indian Army organizes exercise Agni Varsha at the Pokhran Field Firing Range in Rajasthan. Army showcases its preparedness, modern technology and integrated combat capability in desert terrain. US President Donald Trump's new global tariffs comes into effect at 10% despite a pledge to introduce them at a higher rate. War of words has erupted between the BJP and Congress over the arrest of Indian Youth Congress chief Uday Bhanu Chib. Rahul Gandhi has come out in full support of Chib and Youth Congress workers, saying he is proud of his Babbar Sher comrades and calling the shirtless protest a peaceful democratic right and part of India's historical legacy.
जो यूथ कांग्रेस के बब्बर शेर हैं, हमारे यूथ कांग्रेस के लोग, हमारे कार्यकर्ता बब्बर शेर, आप किसी से नहीं डरोगे, आप किसी से नहीं डरोगे। आप में कांग्रेस पार्टी का खून है, देशभक्ति का खून है। आप हरी क्रांति लाए, आपने देश को अनाज दिया, भोजन दिया, वही काम नरेंद्र मोदी ने खत्म किया है। आपने इंडस्ट्री बनाई, वही काम नरेंद्र मोदी ने खत्म किया। आप 21वीं सदी में आईटी रेवोल्यूशन लाए, डेटा देकर, वही काम नरेंद्र मोदी ने खत्म किया। आपको डरने की जरूरत नहीं है।
Party chief Mallikarjun Kharge and other top leaders also expressed their solidarity with Chib.
मैं ये चाहता था कि मोदी जी देश के लिए कुछ अच्छा काम करने वाले हैं, लेकिन मोदी जी ने तो देश का सत्यानाश कर दिया। मैं ऐसा अरेस्ट करने का मैं कंडम करता हूँ। देश के माहौल इतना खराब हुआ है जिसके कारण मोदी जी के ऊपर लोगों का बड़ा रोष है।
Congress's support came after Delhi police arrested IYC's national president Uday Bhanu Chib in connection with this protest that happened at Bharat Mandapam during the AI summit on Feb 20th. The BJP responded with Shehzad Poonawalla calling the protest a shirtless, shameless, characterless act without loyalty and against the interest of the nation. BJP's Gaurav Bhatia held a press conference and said that Rahul Gandhi hatched this conspiracy to embarrass India.
उदय भान, जब पूरे विश्व की नजर भारत पे है, भारत का डंका पूरे विश्व पटल पर है, तब अपनी टी शर्ट उतरवाना, नंगे हो जाना, जिससे कि भारत की छवि धूमिल हो, ये कर रहे थे। बताया जाता है इनकी गिरफ्तारी हुई, 4 दिन की पुलिस कस्टडी स्वीकार कर ली है। आप भारत को नंगा करना चाहते थे राहुल गांधी जी, आज आप खुद राजनीतिक तौर पे पूरी तरह से नंगे हो चुके हैं।
ये बब्बर शेर नहीं है राहुल गांधी, ये नेशनल शेम है। और आपका जो शर्टलेस, टॉपलेस, शेमलेस, कैरेक्टरलेस एक्ट था, उसके तो समर्थन में अब मार्गरेट आलवा जी भी नहीं बोल पा रही है, कांग्रेस के नेता नहीं बोल पा रहे। ये इतना शेमलेस कृत्य था। पर आज एक बात स्पष्ट है कि ये जो किया गया एआई समिट पर भारत मंडपम में, ये कोई 4-5 लोगों की कारस्थान नहीं थी। ये डीप कॉन्स्पिरेसी थी जिसमें राहुल गांधी स्वयं और उनके बाकी कांग्रेस के वरिष्ठ नेता इस षड्यंत्र का हिस्सा थे।
Not just politicians, 277 dignitaries, including army veterans, former bureaucrats and former justices and judges, have written an open letter expressing anguish against the shirtless protest staged by the youth Congress workers at the Bharat Mandapam during the AI summit. Udayvanu Chiv was arrested under the multiple sections of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanghita. Chiv was produced before the judicial magistrate at Patiala House Court, which granted 4 days of custody for further investigation. Delhi police alleged that Chiv was mastermind behind the protests, orchestrating logistics, funding and coordination with accused including Sri Krishna Hari, Kundan Yadav, Narasimha Yadav and Ajay Kumar Yadav.
I have never in my entire career seen anything of this sort, where recovery is to be made of the t-shirts, and for that, for the biggest youth organization, Indian Youth Congress, where we have a membership more than a crore. The president of that organization, he's been detained first, and he was compliant. He was anyway joining the investigation, not once but thrice. He went and joined the investigation, and after we are facing the arrest. Way prosecution is leading this case, till date we don't have the copy of the FIR. Is this a joke? After filing application after application, the court during the last hearing specifically ordered, there was a direction to provide the copy, and till date it has not been provided.
The case has been transferred to the Delhi Police Crime Branch. So far, there are now total of 8 arrests in the case. Now, let me come to the big questions. Is Shiv a babbar sher or a person who embarrassed India on a global platform? Was it a peaceful protest or simply a tamasha for cheap publicity? Did India benefit from the protest? Is it correct to criminalize the protest? For Congress, was it a step in right direction or a self-goal? On this issue, I am joined by Mukesh Tyagi, spokesperson Bharatiya Janata Party, Shivam Bhagat, spokesperson Congress, KV Prasad, senior journalist. I will give chance to Shivam Bhagat first, and then I will come to Mukesh. Shivam, babbar sher or national shame?
Good evening. Kartikeji, I had, the voice is echoing actually in my ear.
Babbar sher
Can
or
you hear me?
national shame? Yeah. My question, babbar sher or national shame?
Kartikeji, the other day I was on your debate and I started off with Article 19 of the Constitution. I'll repeat it again for the benefit of your viewers. Article 19(1)(a) gives us the right to free speech, and 19(1)(b) gives us the right to free assembly and peaceful assembly. Was this protest violent by any means? No. Did anyone get hurt? No. Was this democratic? Yes. Was it by the Constitution? Yes. Could you differ with us on the manner and the method of the protest? Yes, to that as well. Some people might have not liked the protest. Some people might have backed the protest. That is all fine. That is a part and parcel of being in a democracy. But today, to arrest the Youth Congress chief is another sad and unfortunate example of the butchering of democracy that this government has been doing ever since they have got power in 2014. And today was just another example. There are hundreds of examples. For example, the ED raids, the ED cases against 95% of the opposition with a 0.5% conviction rate, or the hundreds of sedition cases that have been filed by this government and thereby stopped by the Supreme Court, condemned and paused by the Supreme Court. Therefore, this government, because, I'll tell you the real frustration. First, the real frustration was the utter mismanagement, as I had mentioned the other day as well, the utter mismanagement of the AI summit, then the Galgotias incident, then the Sam Altman incident. That frustration was taken out on the protest on that day. Now, the latest frustration is because Donald Trump takes you for a ride and, about the Indo-Pakistan conflict or the trade deal, to cover that up, that imaginary 56-inch chest doesn't come out, in front of those countries. So to cover up for all this frustration of all these days and all these months, Today, the opposition leader has come and got arrested. You tell me and let the viewers decide and you yourself decide whether this protest was illegal. Was it illegal? Was it violent? Is this protest harming the image of the country internationally? Or is the arrest harming the?
Okay, I'll come back to
or is the
you.
protest
Okay,
harming
you
us
made your point. I'll
internationally?
come back to let the questions rotate. So my question to Mr. Tyagi, who's the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, is so one, was it a protest in earnestness to bring up the issues, or did it end up embarrassing India at a global platform?
Karthikeya, good evening to you. I think one has to see the entire process in a much broader angle rather than just talking about Article 19 and talking about freedom of expression. Actually, we are not talking about it. The court has said that it has transcended the ambit of dissent. It's a court's observation. Now, these guys like parroting all the time that all the institutions in India are compromised. This is the problem because they have completely lost out political credibility. They are resorting to very cheap tricks. I think they are not Babbar Sheikh. They are like Babbar Chuhas. They sneaked you into it, and police said that if you wanted to protest, you could have taken permission from the police that we want to protest. There is a method in the madness, but there was no method at all. They sneaked into the conference, they embarrassed the nation, and then they have the audacity to defend this kind of almost tantamount to treason. You have embarrassed government and spent so much of money in organizing this conference. Look at the kind of diplomatic initiatives we take. And Rahul Gandhi, being a leader of opposition, where is his loyalty and allegiance to the country? He should have got some decency to protest. I think this is the worst kind of protest any political party can do. And these people are continuously defending, despite the fact court intervention, police is saying their number of criminal sections under BNS have been imposed against them. They went without the permission. Then they wanted to actually carry the umbrella and put on that because they disguised and concealed and surreptitiously entered in the AI conference. Now, Rahul Gandhi, shamelessly, and I think very, very brazenly, he's defending the act of this irresponsible and anti-national, I would call it anti-India act of Rahul Gandhi. God knows what kind of mental attitude does he have and his followers. So I think he has become a laughing stock, on the contrary, in the international community because they realize that Rahul Gandhi does not have, no wonder he's losing out completely. And Mr. Modi, let me tell you, he's not going to get heckled by your cheap tactics. Country is marching ahead. We'll become the developed country by 2047. And the kind of investment which is happening, we are playing very, very important role in terms of the foreign investment coming. As China's tariffs is comparatively higher, you will see to more manufacturing section coming. They're criticizing everything. Indo-US deal, Indo-European deal. Are you supporting any of the ideas of Mr. Modi, or you are just here to criticize government all the time? This is the constructive opposition you're playing. I'm very embarrassed to listen to your very, very preposterous argument.
Okay. Mr. Prasad, you have covered Parliament for 3 decades. One is, there are 2 issues which are in public domain. One is criminalization of the protest. Second is the framing of the protest as something which is anti-national. But the third thing is also political. Did it really help the Congress party?
Well, if you ask me the question, I think I go by your last frame where you said it is a self-code. Clearly, this was not a forum for Congress to air what it wanted to air. There could have been a better place and a better timing. Surely, because this was a different occasion. Number one, you're talking of artificial intelligence, AI summit that India was hosting. And we had protests, the Congress protest was on a different count. It was nothing to do with the subject of study. I can understand if they had issues regarding AI and other issues around that, and on which they raise a voice, perfectly valid, legitimate. Just as you see when you have international conferences on the Greenpeace people and others, or Greta Thunberg goes and protests. It's perfectly valid. Protesting in democracy is fine, but what was the subject? That is something. So that I think, to answer your last point, this is something which is there. But the other aspect that are now creeping in, whether it is anti-national act, why should the government policies not be criticized? I mean, every party in the opposition criticizes, examines the issues at hand, disagrees with what the policy of the day. Because if you remember, the WTO debate was going on in Parliament in 1995. I mean, the entire opposition was up against it. The individuals, everybody was going
I
on
think
for
you made
3
one.
years, the entire opposition.
You made one very important point. You know, this is one question I would ask Shivam. You know, opposition. You know, this was a Congress protest. Your own alliance partners, those ideologically affiliated with you, did not come out and support. Even your own leader, Margaret Alva, issued a statement.
I agree. I'm saying, and I started off the debate with saying that you might disagree with the manner of the protest or the optics or everything, and we've had these debates for the last 3-4 days.
Okay. Oh, I had asked that
Today
question,
the
you have
topic
answered it.
is
I'm
that
saying
how
your
are
own
they
alliance partners
arrested?
are against it. I'm saying your own alliance partners are
Yes,
against it.
and they
Mr.
are
Gandhi
free
has
to-
doubled down, sir. He's calling them Babbar share. I mean to say that two things which are happening.
Yes.
Mr. Gandhi continues to support and take the hard position on this, whereas you're not getting support from your own partners, your own alliance partners. My question is different,
I
sir.
understand. I understand what you're saying. And the other day also I said the same thing, that they are free to disagree with us. You know, they are free to have their own opinion. It's their democratic right. It's your democratic right. We don't have an issue with that. And they are, you know, we still stand by it. If Rahul, it's not only Rahul Gandhi who's standing by the IYC chief, it's all, each and every one of us in the Congress that is standing by, because it is an utter butchering of democracy. The topic of today's debate is how they have been arrested and how Rahul Gandhi has backed them. Now, I have not heard from anyone on your panel, including yourself, condoning the act of arrest. Do you condone the act of arrest? Do you think this was a protest that should be criminalized? Do you think that this is not
I think you didn't read the
international community?
Shivam, you didn't read the question. Let me play out all those questions. PCR, please play out all the questions. No, because you just accused me of something that I'm not asking.
I'm not accusing you.
Is Shiv Babbar a share or a person who embarrassed India on a global platform? Question number one. Question number two, was it a peaceful protest or simply a tamasha for cheap publicity? Question number three, did India benefit from the protest? Question number four, is it correct to criminalize the protest? Question number five, for Congress, was it a step in right direction or self-goal? I have asked all the right questions.
I agree. I'm not denying and I'm not accusing you. All I'm saying is that the same questions have been repeating for the last 5 days. But today, shouldn't the main question be that the leader of the Youth Congress has been arrested? Do you think this arrest is justified in a democracy? Do you think this arrest is not embarrassing us publicly and internationally? Do you think internationally leaders will today be talking about the protest, or will they be talking about the criminalization of this protest?
Political
no one on the panel
generosity
has replied to this.
Well, Shivam, you know, I would say political generosity is a two-way street. You know, it's not a one-way street. Maybe what was permissible 40, 50 years ago is not permissible. It's a two-way street, but I'm not here sitting as a judge. You have to understand. I'm not sitting here as a judge. I'm not sitting here as a judge.
I agree.
I'm not the one to judge. The court is to judge. Your lawyer said that we haven't got the, FIR copy. He needs to go.
That is always the case.
He needs to go to the higher court. I'm not the judge. My question is very, very simple. My question is simple that Congress party is in politics. My question is simple. You're not getting political sympathy. I mean to say, if you don't get political sympathy on a political issue, isn't that a self-goal?
Do we need sympathy and generosity from the BJP for this? Are we in a democracy?
You need political sympathy from people.
No.
You need political sympathy from people.
You said political generosity.
Okay, you need political sympathy from people, your own supporters. Margaret Alva came out. Anyway, I'm not the party here, Mukesh.
No. I mean, let me respond to that.
Even
you will.
Karthikeya, absolutely, you hit on the head of the nail. All the political alliance members are criticizing Rahul Gandhi, but he's not seeing it written on the wall. Even Shashi Tharoor has admired this artificial intelligence summit. So, I mean, this kind of dissension is there within the alliance, and they're refusing to acknowledge it. So, I mean, he's not only destroying his own political alliance and possible very, very remote and bleak possibility of he leading the alliance, which is also, it's a self-annihilation, it's a self-goal. So I think the problem with the Congress spokesperson is they have got a very difficult task to handle. It is indefensible. They are trying to defend. So I have a whole sympathy with them. But I am asking one question. They are trying to protect and take the shelter of Article 19(1). So it means tomorrow these people strip off completely. They're removing the trousers and everything underneath.
Did they do
You
that
think
the other day?
you think it's a justifiable? It's not an obscenity act.
Do you
Is it
think
the
they
way
did this
to?
the other day, or were
No,
they
you can
protesting
do that.
peacefully?
You can do anything because this opens
You
up
can do
your
anything?
very sinister design. And no wonder. Let me tell you, Devesh and the Srivastava, the police commissioner conference. So your chief is not a very innocent guy. There is an organized kind of a network which is going on to destabilize the country because India is moving ahead. And you're not able to digest Mr. Modi's political, economic, and look at the way India. You will find it laughable. Laugh on your own leader.
Mukesh,
I'll tell you.
complete
head. Let him come to me.
Mr. Tyagi, my question to you is very simple. I asked this question, so this question comes to you, sir. Is it correct to frame political protest from a criminal standpoint, sir?
That's what I'm saying. If the motive or ulterior motive is to disintegrate the country, and there are possibilities of network, there is a toolkit which was evident in the past, which is a part of some balkanizing or disintegrating conspiracy. You think government should not unearth what happened in farmers' protest? What kind of elements entered in the farmers' protest? Is it not possible that it will expand into that kind of direction? Rahul Gandhi is already talking about Gen Z kind of a revolution like Nepal and Bengal. So these guys are building up some kind of a fodder and ammunition so that India is burned, flamed under the Gen Z kind of a civil unrest in this country. Progress gets to standstill. India is marching ahead. So there may be some foreign forces which are funding them. And I will not be surprised. It's like Sam Pitroda and George Soros. We have seen Rahul Gandhi talking about against India consistently, not even once. I mean, he's talking in America, he's talking in Cambridge, he's talking in a number of places in the country. Look at the kind of statement he's making, that please come and intervene, our democracy is in danger. I mean, that kind of statement he's continuously making. So is it not a complete evidence that there is a possibility of complete organized disintegrating plan, a blueprint, which Rahul Gandhi and this, let me tell you, Kartikeya, this entire conspiracy happened in the presence of Rahul Gandhi. He is the fountainhead of the entire conspiracy. Priyanka was there, Sonia ji was there, Mr. Yadav was there sitting in that day, and Rahul Gandhi had made a statement outside the parliament that Prime Minister stands compromised. So you do not allow the you do not. One second, I'll just finish in 2 seconds. You do not allow parliament to function. You know how much we lose 1.25 crore per hour. And Rahul Gandhi or General Navikars, because he got embarrassed, he was got pants down. So he was trying to be avoiding that situation because it was caught completely.
So that's a different debate. Okay, that's a different debate.
That's a different debate. But they're not a cause and effect. It needs a deep analysis, as a matter of fact.
Mr. Prasad, Mr. Prasad, you have also covered Congress party for a long time. I mean, there are a lot of senior leaders who have not spoken, but Rahul and other leaders continue to speak. Why do you think that has happened?
Well, I think there are two issues to it. One, I think the issue that you asked other fellow panelists on, particularly Congress spokesperson, why allies were not in supported, I think it's purely to the party, if at all. It was a party decision. And so I think, or a decision taken by whoever was doing this, number one. Now, the Congress party, I think Mr. K had come out, you played a bite a little while ago on this issue. And I think Rahul Gandhi, as the leader of opposition, that he holds the position, and also as a leader of the Congress party, a former Congress president, has supported and stood by the Congress protest and their thing. So I don't see any confusion here. Margaret Elva or say Amashankar Iyer speaking different. All this always happens in a democratic setup. I don't see anything unusual. This happens in political parties. Political parties which are not monolithic in nature, which are democratic, which allow a voice which is against the tide, is perfectly valid. I don't see any contradiction.
I think, what's my take is, whatever has happened, the entire issue that was helping Congress Galgotia completely vanished. But the second thing what has happened is that within the space of the opposition, somehow Congress found itself alone. Other political parties didn't come to fill in that space. I think that's where the pitch went awry. But then, the Congress party can differ on this. Because if you look at the social media handles, if you look at what was trending and what trended afterwards this protest, are two different stories simultaneously. Shivam, I gave you the chance. You were the first speaker. I have to really cut short. Really, I've run out of time. Thank you, all three of you, for joining me on this debate. So this was on point one. Don't go away because in on point two, after the short break, we'll talk about Tamil Nadu. Because as Tamil Nadu gears up for the assembly polls, the alliance talks between DMK and Congress becomes bitter.
Associate sponsor Bandhan Mutual Fund.
Hi, hello, namaste. Kuzuzangpo. इस वक्त मैं हूँ गांगते मोनेस्ट्री में। इन खूबसूरत वादियों को देखकर मुझे हमारी बॉलीवुड की एक फिल्म याद आ रही है। तब कुछ लोगों ने विराट और अनुष्का को पहचाना।
When drinking water turns deadly, it demands answers.
What is really going on there?
News 9 brings you
Imagine water that you drink.
contaminated drinking water in Indore, revealing a disturbing link to at least 15 reported deaths.
Typhoid outbreak in tribal areas. 104 patients.
After 15 people were killed.
Foul, frothy water from taps.
You would assume is safe. It turned deadly.
Because how is that happening?
Different cities. One national crisis. Bharat. Quest for clean water. News 9. In your interest.
As Tamil Nadu heads into a crucial election year, political parties are shifting into campaign mode and sharpening their strategies. Seat-sharing talks are currently underway between DMK and Congress. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has made it clear that the DMK will not offer more than 25 seats to the Congress. The Congress is pushing for a much higher number, seeking up to 45 seats, signalling flexibility on cabinet power sharing but taking a tougher stand on seat allocation. Congress leaders argue in DMK should compensate for seats lost in previous elections, taking their tally to 45 based on earlier wins. A meeting between Congress General Secretary K.C. Venugopal and Stalin failed to break the deadlock, and talks are now continuing throughout packed channel negotiations with Congress's Tamil Nadu in charge, Girish, in discussion with DMK MP Kaniboi. The alliance may still hold, but the seat battle is clearly heating up. But it looks like Congress is keeping a backup option, as sources claim that the Vijay's TFK has offered as many as 73 seats to the Congress in a bid to bring party into its fold. Political sources say that the Congress is now weighing its options and could tilt towards TVK if it talks with the DMK fail to reach consensus. On the other hand, BJP is also strengthening its poll outreach for Tamil Nadu voters after Prime Minister unveiled Sri Rajagopalachari's bust at Rashtrapati Bhavan this week. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be visiting Madurai on March 1st. A massive meeting in Madurai featuring all NDA leaders is planned, with Modi anticipated to address a rally at Mandela Nagar near the Madurai airport. So the big question here is, will DMK accommodate Congress? That's the question number one. The question number two is TVK Congress alliance possible? The question number three is, will DMK ever accommodate Congress in ministries? So these are the three questions. On this issue, I am joined by Mr. D. Jagdishwaran, political analyst. Subsequently, I'll be joined by my other guests. But straight to you, sir. How real is the possibility of Congress getting into an alliance with TVK?
As of now, Congress is trying to stick with DMK. I mean, I would say there's obviously a divide between the High Command and the leaders in Tamil Nadu. Say, for example, the TNCC Chief Selva Perandani, he wants to stick with Congress. And many of the elected representatives of the 2021, they want to stick with DMK because they think only DMK can bring them back into the assembly. Whereas if they go with TVK, the issue is they are not sure if they will win. Because TVK is again an untested force. I mean, Vijay is no doubt a crowd puller. Vijay has huge crowds. Yes, he is going to get some percentages, but we are not sure if that's going to be converted into seats. The seat convertibility could be very less. And will Congress take a risk in that? Is the bigger question. People like K.C. Venugopal and probably even Rahul Gandhi might be thinking about 2029 as well. So, for example, what if Vijay gets like 15 or 20 percentages, and then we can accommodate him in 2029, or should we go even now itself, and then so that he can be helpful even in states like Kerala, Telangana, and some parts of Karnataka? That could be the thinking of the Congress High Command. But the TNCC, the Tamil Nadu Congress, they want to stick with DMK. But obviously there will be hard negotiations because it's all for negotiations. And as far as I know, Congress is looking for almost like 40 seats. Last time they contested only 25 seats, they won 18 seats. Congress now is looking for 40 seats. That's the demand from Rahul Gandhi. And DMK probably might accommodate till 30, probably from 28 to 30. That's what they're...
Tell me one thing. Why is Congress this time trying to create more space for itself? Where is that confidence, political confidence stemming from? You know, their MPs are talking about ministries in the government. They are pushing for more seats. So where is this confidence stemming from?
This confidence is obviously coming from TVK. The TVK camp, they are actually reaching out to, Congress. The background politics is happening. The political strategist of TVK is trying to reach out to the political strategist of the Congress. And they think they both can bring together these two parties and they can make some damages. But that is obviously the reason. Because Congress, as of now, I don't think they are ready to work hard. Even with DMK or TVK or in any other state, Congress is not ready to work hard and then earn these seats. They want to do the same position. I mean, they think they can get more number of seats if they go with TVK. And even if they're not going to get that seats, they can do a hard negotiation with DMK showing TVK because TVK is ready to accommodate us. And that is work. But on your third question, will DMK give power sharing or give ministries to Congress? I don't think that is going to happen. Because the other alliance partners of DMK, they are not asking for it. The CPI, CPM, MDMK, or the other political parties, VCK, they are not ready to ask this. So this requirement only from Congress, that's not going to work out. Even in the same case with even in the ADMK alliance, ND alliance as well. Yeah.
Okay. I'm also joined by R. Suresh Kumar, political researcher from Tamil Nadu. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me. Is the possibility of a TVK Congress alliance is exciting a lot of people, a lot of political analysts in Delhi. Is it an organic space? Like Congress, DMK, it's a tested alliance right now for a couple of years. Though a long time ago, Congress was an alliance with ADMK. It shifted. But what about the social base of TVK and Congress? Is there something where interests can meet in terms of social constituency?
Actually, there was talks long time back that TVK is speaking to Congress High Command. But they have not spoken. Congress High Command have not spoken to TVK. Only a few Congress MPs, elected members, were speaking to TVK. And they were supporting Actor Vijay. And no talks happened at the higher level. And one point is, Congress DMK alliance is intact. During Dr. Karunanidhi, fondly called Karanya's period, right from 2004 till 2016, you see that Pranab Mukherjee or Ghulam Nabi Azad, they flew to Chennai to have talks and finalize. In a week, they traveled 3 times, 4 times. It was very hard nut to break Dr. Kalenya. But after MK Stalin took over as the DMK chief, from 2019, he is having the alliance intact alliance. And more parties are coming for the 2026 election. This is the truth. As far as I am concerned, and our sources say, that talks between TVK and Congress is finished. It's nothing. Now, Congress is only handling and keeping tab with the DMK. I think within a week, that is before March 3rd, the alliance will be sealed. The DMK Congress alliance is already sealed. There is only that number of seats. They are asking about nearly about 30 and DMK is ready to give 27. Congress is asking one Rajya Sabha MP, DMK has said, okay, next year they will give the Rajya Sabha seat to the Congress. That's all.
Okay, so basically you are saying that TVK is like it's like a ruse, you know, it's like a pressure tactic. I'm also joined by T. Ramakrishnan, Senior Associate Editor, The Hindu. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me. My question is the Congress acting tough, or they're really acting tough with DMK?
I think it's only a matter of posturing. Okay, and now that Mr. Venugopal came down to Chennai and met Mr. Stalin, I think things seem to have eased rather. So I don't think nobody is now talking of power sharing, etc. So they are all bargaining for a few more seats. So maybe they eventually they will settle for 27, 28, whatever DMK is willing to give and are willing to part. So I don't think that that game is over. Now these days, Mr. Manikam Thakur or Ms. Jyoti Mani, who have been voicing rather supporting the demand for power sharing, they are all now silent. So I don't think that phase is over now. And now they will settle for between 25 and 30 seats, I think.
Are you saying that they will come down from their 45?
45, I don't think they will give this because they need to accommodate many other allies, number one. Number two is, I don't think the Congress is strong enough to have 45. That is, it's justified rather making that claim. But anyhow, they are asking that many number of seats so that they won't be given below 20. So it's again a part of their bargaining tactics. I don't see it I don't take it very seriously, nor the DMK. So I think they will settle for between 25 and 30. That's the
25 and 30.
Yes.
25 and 30. You know, there's another dimension in Delhi. You know, the BJP, in context of Tamil Nadu, makes more headlines than ADMK when it comes to Tamil Nadu. So either DMK is getting headlines, or it's the BJP that is getting headlines. Prime Minister is going to be there. Lutyens' bus was replaced by, I see, Rajagopalachari's bus in the President House. Mr. Jagdishwaran, does BJP has any chance? Prime Minister is going to be there on the 1st in Madurai.
See, the way DMK sees it, even MK Stalin was very outspoken yesterday in a meeting. He said, the more Prime Minister Modi and more Amit Shah comes to our state, the more we are going to win. That's how it is. Because the anti-BJP sentiment, it is always there in Tamil Nadu. I mean, they are trying to bring it down, but I would say it is always there. People of Tamil Nadu, they are not very, they are not for the BJP, and that is the biggest issue. Even in Tripuragundaram issue or any other issue that BJP rakes up, they don't take much people issues. They don't stand for the Kaveri issue, or they don't stand for the Mullaipur issue. Rather, they think it is like the same other state models. They want to rake up this sort of regional.
I think you made. You have actually touched a very important issue, Mr. Ramakrishnan. This is an open question. BJP is a culture faith-based party in context of its politics. My question is, even Tamil Nadu is a very religious society. It's not that Tamil Nadu is a religious. So a society which is religious still has a beef with Bharatiya Janata Party. But how do you explain that?
But you have two big parties, DMK and ADMK, at least for the last 50 years, from say since 1972. So, and then the ADMK, doesn't reject or doesn't, what shall I say, discriminate anybody who believes in God.
My question is, where is the acceptability problem? Where is the acceptability problem? If the faith is strong, the beautiful temples in Tamil Nadu, people go there. People who, the parties who don't believe in existence of gods, they still go to the leaders, go to the temple. But then, there's a beef with the party, which is on the same page when it comes to faith.
Because I would say being a Hindu.
One minute. Jagdish, 1 minute. This question is for me, I think.
Okay. Quickly, yes.
My point is, you see, the ADMK seems to be a party which is, it's an inclusive party. At least, and then even though MGR and all that, he came from DMK, the school of thought. But at one point of time, he also started visiting temple, etc. And then DMK also, at one point of time, it also mellowed down its stand with regard to this theism, etc. So what I am saying that these two parties have come together, and they have been accommodating believers. So where is the space for a party which speaks of only the religion card? So
basically, the larger point you are making, sir, is that they have accommodated believers within their political rubric. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that, Mr. Suresh Kumar?
See, there is not much space for national parties in Tamil Nadu. There is only space for Dravidian parties. BJP is trying a lot to come into Tamil Nadu, but there is always anti-sentiment against the BJP. And in this assembly election, the anti-sentiment is more. And Tamil Nadu CM M.K. Stalin is played a narrative. It is Tamil Nadu versus Delhi. So ADMK is nowhere in the picture. He's taking the straight hit. It is between Tamil Nadu and Delhi.
So are you saying that ADMK is not benefiting with this horn-hobbing with BJP?
Definitely ADMK is not benefiting. The vote share between between ADMK and BJP will not happen. The transfer between BJP and ADMK also will not happen this time.
Mr. Jagdishwaran, you wanted to come in now, please. You wanted to come in?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, being a Hindu and following Hindutva are two different things. Because you said people are going to temples. Yes, people of Tamil Nadu, they go to various temples. You could see larger crowds in most of the temples. But being a Hindu, they don't follow the principles of Hindutva. That is a different thing. And they don't take religious issue when it comes to elections, when it comes to people issues. They give importance more on the people issues. They want the welfare schemes to continue. They are more on that issues rather than seeing what is happening religious-wise. And that is one big, and the tolerance of the people is more, I would say, rather than the other states. So probably this is the reason DMK, I mean, even though BJP is trying to pitch DMK as an anti-Hindu party, they say they are against Sanatan Dharma, they are against God. Nothing works out. Nothing works out. Because Tamil Nadu, BJP doesn't understand what is Tamil Nadu.
Okay. Last question to you, Mr. Ramakrishnan. What is Tamil Nadu then?
Tamil Nadu is
he said doesn't understand Tamil Nadu. So my question is, what is Tamil Nadu?
Tamil Nadu is a complex state. I don't deny that it's a very complex state, number one. And here an outwardly aggressive religious line of political thinking won't work. But that doesn't mean that there is no scope for BJP to grow. But BJP has to understand the complexities of Tamil Nadu, and then it can grow. And then number three is that it was during BJP's time, in 2018, that the Kaveri Water Management Authority, the implementation mechanism was set up. Okay. If BJP doesn't market whatever it has done for Tamil Nadu, then it's a problem for the Tamil Nadu unit of BJP. So there they have to concentrate, they have to market, that they do political marketing much more than what they have been doing.
Okay. Thank you all of you. Thank you. I've really run short of time, so this was on point 2, but don't go away. On point 3, waits you. India is one step closer to a Maoist-free country dream. Telangana will be a Maoist-free state very soon. India is one step closer to its dream of being a Maoist-free country. Telangana is on the verge of becoming a Maoist-free state, marking a major success story for the state government's security and rehabilitation strategy. Today, the 4 senior leaders of the banned CPI Maoist organization surrendered after decades of being underground in a sensational operation by Telangana Police and the Special Intelligence Bureau. Top Maoist leaders, Devuji, also known as the Tippiri Tirupati, who was underground for 44 years, has been taken into custody. He had risen to the top of the Maoist hierarchy after the killing of Nambala Keshava Rao. All 4 of them surrendered before the Telangana DGP B, Shivadhar Reddy. This has effectively broken the backbone of the group's top leadership. This is being seen as a decisive blow to the CPI, Maoists and a strong endorsement of Telangana's firm and humane approach to tackling extremism. The turnaround follows a clear direct appeal by the Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, who urged Maoist cadres to give up violence and rejoin society to take part in Telangana's development journey. The response has been significant, with senior leaders choosing peace over the gun. In just over 2025 and 2026, 544 underground Maoist cadres surrendered before Telangana police. This includes top-level leaders and several committee members. The numbers highlight the scale of impact Telangana's policy had on weakening the Maoist network. As of today, only 11 underground Maoist cadres are native of Telangana and just 2 remain active within the state. Most have either surrendered or moved out, underscoring the state's success in restoring peace and stability. Security officials say that the continuous operations, shrinking local support, leadership splits and loss of direction has pushed the Maoist organization towards collapse. The central leadership is now reduced to a single active member.
There are 11 cadres still remaining underground who are natives of Telangana, and that includes Ganapati also, Muppala Lakshman Rao alias Ganapati also, and apart from Lakshman Rao, the remaining 10 among the remaining 10, only 1 or 2 are active cadres. The rest are all not very active. And I've already given the appeal, already made an appeal to them to come out and lay down arms and come out in the open. There's nothing left in the party now, nothing left in the movement now. So the movement which began in Telangana is now almost at the end of its run in Telangana. We have been pursuing these leads, and we have established contact with them for the past more than a year. So somehow it took some time for us to naturally they have their own apprehensions, they have their own inhibitions, and we have to break those inhibitions and apprehensions, and we made them somehow understand that the government is not as bad as you think. So that's how they came out.
So the big question: why is anti-Naxal policy succeeding now? Can Maoists regroup in future? And what has worked in the last 10 years against Maoists? On this issue, I am joined by MP Nathaniel, former DGP CRPF, and Sanjay Sahai, senior retired IPS officer. Thank you both of you for joining me. Mr. Nathaniel, my question to you is, 15 years ago, if someone would have asked this question, how long will it take to free Maoists of Telangana? People would have thought for a couple of hours and would have given some timeline. But now, the state is virtually free of Maoists, Telangana. So, how has that happened?
In fact, I feel that the government has done quite a lot of work during the last decade or so. And that is by virtue of inducting more forces in that area, because the situation in certain other states had improved considerably. That enabled them to pull out the troops from Northeast especially, and some from J&K also. They were inducted in this region of Chhattisgarh. And because Abujmad was an area where it was appearing to be impenetrable, the best thing that they did was to have the roads constructed in that area. Because without the road, it was difficult for the security forces to enter those areas without suffering casualties. Whenever in the past our Jawans have gone inside, on the way back they had suffered casualties because they are generally very tired when they are returning, and they are in a hurry to return to their base also. That was the reason they were able to inflict heavy casualties on the security forces. But with the construction of roads in these areas now, the forces take hardly any time to reach any place, and they have been able to penetrate the Abujmad area. The forests are now within the grip of security forces. We have Cobra battalions and CRPF battalions who have established forward operating bases in these places. About 70 of them have been established. Because of that, the access of the Maoists to the villagers have been completely cut off. And on the other hand, the villagers are now able to pass on the information regarding Maoist movement to the security forces. Number 2 is the intelligence setup. The intelligence gathering has become so robust that on pinpoint information, the forces are able to reach those particular places and conduct operations and inflict heavy casualties also.
Okay, but
so never expected in the past.
Okay, Okay, Mr. Sai, but if you look at the larger pan-India Maoist strategy, it has worked very well in last 10 years. I mean, so the Home Minister had categorically said that by the target is 2026 March, that India should be Maoist-free.
Primarily what has happened is just before this government came into action, it was supposedly a red corridor from Andhra Pradesh till Kathmandu. And breaking it from there and bringing it to a situation as it stands today, it can be the most commendable action against any of these terror groups, if we call them as a terror group or a very coordinated, integrated terror group, which has also international ramifications. To bring them to book is something which was unimaginable, undeniably unimaginable. I was I was an election observer in 2013 in a place called Kanker, which is in your Bastar area. And the first threatening was, or the threat was to us only. And in the earlier elections, I think there was a helicopter which was also shot down. The situation was so bad that out of the 11 people who died in my area, I think only 3 or 4 were killed in Naxalite action and 8 died out of heart attack. So this is where we started from and conducting an election in that particular area. I also wrote an article which remains unpublished. I did not publish it, where I said that every 5 years the government visits these areas. And there is some 4,000, 5,000 square kilometers, I think, which still remains unsurveyed, if my understanding is right. So that is where we are. So first and foremost, what is extremely important is the political will. So there might be any number of things which would have gone right or wrong, but there is a very clear-cut political will. If we take 2 of the operations last year, I think one was in Bijapur in Chhattisgarh and second was also in on the Chhattisgarh-Telangana border, Karigutta Hills. So one had nearly 3,000 personnel and the other had 10,000 personnel inclusive of helicopters. Now if this is the nature of operations which you indulge in, and simultaneously, as my co-panelist talked about, that developmental work, he has restricted it to road. I will take it a step further. That there's a good amount of developmental work which was done by the government and which went in the name of the government. When I have seen in the Bastar area, when the government was doing some developmental work, first it was objected upon, and the second was if it happened, the Naxalites claimed that because of their force, that developmental work has happened. Undeniably, with the digital network, I think we have a much better control of intelligence than it was earlier. Okay. We were pretty comfortable and professional on the ground level intelligence, but added the digital intelligence and we talk what we call as ELIT, that's the electronic evidence. There's a huge new world which has been opened to us, and I personally feel that the Naxalites of today might be they are not as conversant with this particular technology, or might be we have been able to curtail the tech resources coming from outside. There was a time you could get AK-47. I don't think in the last 2 years we have a cache of AK-47 worth its name. Say 5 weapons, 10 might be 1 or 2 which would have been in their control. So that has continued. Now from somewhere in 2024 to today, I think every single day has been a coordinated, calibrated battle based on actionable intelligence against the Naxalites. So that is where we are. I think only from 24 to 26, some 520 of these Naxalites have been killed. And the beauty of the whole thing, supported by intelligence, huge amount of resources being made available, all these have been joint operations. What Andhra has been able to achieve, it started with Andhra, it started with greyhounds, it started with huge amount of work which was done in Andhra. It came under control to a reasonable degree. The whole thing moved on to Chhattisgarh and Orissa, and where these operations started yielding fruits. And the best was 2025.
Okay, let me take closing comment from Mr. MP Nathaniel. I'm running short of time, sir. Is there a possibility of these organizations ever regrouping? You know, some surrender, some go to rehab. But is there a possibility? There was a time, 20 years ago, we were shown there's a red corridor, as he very rightly pointed out, Mr. Sai, from Kathmandu down to Gadchiroli to other areas. Is there a possibility that they can regroup?
In fact, I would say that the possibility cannot be completely ruled out also. In fact, there are some problems with the surrendered Naxalites. They feel that they are not being given the due recognition and the compensation that they are expecting to get. In fact, recently I read that one girl by name Vasanta, she has complained that neither Chhattisgarh government is providing her the compensation, nor is Telangana government. So these kind of things can rebound later on, and these fellows can join the Naxal group again. Of course, more or less has been completely vanquished, but the possibility cannot be ruled out in case the governments do not take the necessary action to rehabilitate them in the right manner.
Okay.
Any loss in that, any problem in that is likely to create the problem again for
that's a very fine observation. Thank you both of you for joining me for the very succinct pointers on how Naxalism is being tackled, and this is all I had on Point tonight. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Good night.
वकील सब अच्छी खासी प्रैक्टिस है, नया फील्ड में क्यों जाना?
सिस्टर, देश का सोच रहे
और इसके फ्यूचर का नहीं सोच रहे।
SBI लाइफ से अपनी बेटी का फ्यूचर सिक्योर है। तभी तो इनको अपने इरादे पूरे करने का राइट है। करो पूरे अपने इरादे, अपनों से किए